Hey friends, so today what I'm going to do, we're going to review some toys that we got from our friends over at Bandai. Bandai has a lot of cool stuff out right now in the market, stuff that you can pick up anywhere, any toy store or in a local store that you go and find toys. So what I'm going to go do is I'm going to have three things that I'm going to talk to you about today. I have their, I'm always saying this name wrong, Charaction Cube figures. If you're a fan of Rubik's Cube, you're going to like these. Talk about their Tippies. Tippies are cute little collectible toys that you can find, again, anywhere toys are sold. And then the last thing I'm talking to you about today would be the anime heroes, which are these right here. So this will be the last thing we'll talk about. So I'm just going to give you a little sneak preview about that right now. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about are these Charaction Cube figures. You gotta say that 3 times fast. Again, these are basically like Rubik's Cube figures. So we have, these are the 2 that were sent to us. So we got Zaku 2 and Gudetama, or as I kept saying, Guatemala, because that's where we're from, represent. But basically, these are actually pretty cool. I mean, they're not as complex as a Rubik's Cube. So, they could be, anyone could play with these. They're recommended for ages 8 and up. Maybe it's just because it's kind of hard to open, but it's these right here. So, I mean, there's really not that much movement to these, which is kind of cool. So there you go. That's how it looks. And then you just, move it around. Right, there we go. That. Trying to figure out how it goes. There. So, I mean, you can't. The cool thing is you can't get really that confused in making these, like with the Rubik's Cube. There are, it's pretty. The lines are pretty, easy to follow along. If you could see those on there. But it's just, it's a cool little thing to have, cool little thing to do. There's about 6 of these out right now. Let me just make sure on that. But again, like I said, they're really pretty simple to do. And there's 6 out right now. It says 8 and up, but it depends on the kid that's playing. No trouble at all just to do that. I mean, this one I feel like there's not really that much to do to it. But then again, that's like the kind of the niche, I guess, of it, or the kind of cool thing about it is that you're not gonna mess it up and then spend hours trying to figure out how to put it back together. So let me just try to see if I can put this one back together, and I'm gonna take out the other one for you. So that's one right there, and I'll grab the other one right here. And also with these too, I mean, the packaging is pretty nice too. So if you just want to collect them and keep them in the packaging, you could definitely do that. So here we go with this guy. Same thing. They pretty much, I guess, have all the same movement or articulation, however you want to say it. But they are pretty cool little figures. I mean, they kind of remind you of like, pop figures in a way. Except the thing with these is that you can actually, move them, mix them around, change them up, play with them. Just leave them out there, and then, if you have, depending on where you work or whatever, I probably would, when we go back to work, I probably would take this with me and just leave it on my desk. So like between work, I could just fidget around with one of them little things, or someone could come to my desk, be like, what's that? And then just start playing with it. So it's pretty cool figures. Really small. They're almost like a little bit smaller than pop figures, but they are actually pretty cool. So again, there's 6 of these out there. Target, Walmart, Entertainment Earth, I think anywhere they sell collectible figures, you can find these. So these are kind of cool. So these are the 2 Charaction Cubes figures, that's what I call. So these are cool. Other things we have I want to talk to you about are these Tippies. So that's Joe Cool, if you know him from Peanuts, and Linus, with his little blanket. What is cool about these is that they don't come in blind boxes. So if you're going to collect all of these, you can basically see which ones you're getting. I know there are like chase figures out there for these two. Right now, the only two brands, I guess you could say, that are available for these are the Peanuts and Disney. So I mean, right there, you kind of see the ones that are available. And then, these are also, it's pretty easy to open the packaging. Kind of like, a fruit snack. You just got to find that little indent right there. Just pull it open. So if you remember, like the weebles, like the wobbling. See, that's all. So these are also kind of cool. Like, like one of those things, just to put down and, just get distracted while you're working, or, while you're just doing something at home. I wouldn't put these like on my kids' desk right now while they're in school or virtual school, because it might distract them from the work they're doing. But, it's just something kind of cool. The tippies topple, but they don't tip over. I guess you kind of say that. But yeah, they got a nice little heft to them. So that way they keep standing up and straight. Joe Cool is kind of cool to have. So you see that? Nice little look on him. And then let me check out Linus. Again, like I said, it's really easy to open. Just look for that in there. Peel it up and grab them out. And then take out Linus and watch him fall. But yeah, and there he goes. He has his little blanket. So I could just whip it at people, or whip it at the Joe Cool. He does. But yeah, I mean, these are actually pretty cool. I mean, I hope I could try to find the rest of these. I'd love to get Woodstock and just a regular Snoopy, and maybe Charlie Brown. So I could have Chuck and Linus here just hanging out. Maybe have them at the pumpkin patch, just hanging out and chilling. But these things too. So these are also, again, available now. And these are pretty cool. I mean, I kind of like these. I mean, it's not really, like an action figure or something to really play with. But I mean, I can just to, have them on my desk. And then just every now and then just, hit them, tap them, let them go around and wiggle and whatnot. Again, there is, I think, 10 of these out right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like I said, there's some chase ones too. So they're not that easy to, I mean, not that easy, but I mean, you know how chase figures are. You either find them or, you got to keep searching for them. So there we go. Linus, Joe Cool, Tippies, another thing from Bandai. And then the last thing that's like the kind of cool one that you're all probably going to see are the anime heroes. The two that I got are Naruto and Sasuke. I'm not big on Naruto, and I would see like the mangas in the store when I worked at a bookstore, and like people were always into it, but I never really got into them. So if I'm mispronouncing the names, I apologize big time. But these actually are pretty cool because I mean these are the 3 that are out now. I think there's a couple out already before this, so there's going to be more coming out. When we talked to the brand rep for these, he basically was breaking them down, showing them how like all the articulation that they have, giving us hints on what's to come for these figures. He asked for like suggestions of what figures would be cool. I think like Battles of the Planet figures would be awesome, but who knows if that's down the pipeline or something, or even Robotech figures. But we'll see. But yeah, so let me on this guy here. Does anybody else like cut their action figures from the bottom? Is it just me? So like it looks like they weren't opened at all. So as you can see, it comes with multiple hands, a couple different accessories on here. Pretty hard to take out of the packaging. Yeah. All right, so there we go. Afraid I was gonna snap them there. I'll take those off. All right, so just out the box, I mean, the articulation on this is actually pretty sweet. It's got like the ball joints on the shoulders. The arms don't only just go up and down, but you could turn them left and to the sides. It's actually like a little cool for his bandana. It's actually a little flexible. It's had not that much articulation on the head. It's up and down, basically. The legs, I mean, look at that. Right down to like the ankle articulation is actually pretty sweet. Its foot. So this is actually a pretty cool figure. Like I said, I never really was into Naruto, but just Dragon Ball Z was one of the things that I used to read a lot when I was younger. I used to watch some of the anime with one of my friends. He would get them and we would just watch them. But yeah, again, the articulation on this is actually pretty cool. So you could probably pose them in, you know, any type of action pose that you wanted to. So like the hands do come off. So they got the little ball joint, and he does come with extra hands. So let me see if I can try to get some of those. And all this is pretty taped up in here, kind of good, so you won't like lose it while it's in the packaging. But again, this depends, like, you know, if you're going to display these out of the box or if you're going to leave them in the box. So like I said, he has 2 accessories. Comes with it's like a dagger and this energy cube or something. But what I'm noticing is that this one has like the little peg on there, but I don't see, is it on this hand? Oh, there we go. So on this hand, I can just connect. Let's have them like that. Creating fire. Put one hand up. And as you can see with the hands, it's basically, you know, here, let me put that one on. So that's pretty cool. He comes with, I guess you could say, 3 pairs of hands in total. And then you could, again, like flip them, switch them, do whatever combination you would want to do. This hand, for some reason, looks smaller than the other ones. That's just, there we go. Popped right in. So that's him. Like I said, he has a dagger and he comes with a hand specifically made to hold the dagger. And then put that in there. So there he goes. Then let me get the other figure out here. Again, the plastic robe, a lot of articulation on it. Same thing with the other one, the head, not much. But the ball joints on the ankles are actually pretty cool. Again, like you could probably pose them however you want. And the cool thing is too, is like if you really look at them, I mean, obviously it's a cartoon, so they look, you know, as much. It looks like if it just walked off the screen and into your room or your collection. And then again with this one also, 6 pairs of hands. This one comes with a sword and I guess another energy bolt or whatnot. And then this is, let's see here, which hand? Oh, interesting. He doesn't really have like the peg on his hand for this to go into, so I'm wondering if that's just a manufacturer on that one, or let's see. Yeah, because I don't see it on anything on the other things, or any of the other hands. I don't see the little peg for it. So I mean, you know, it just might be the manufacturing error for this one. It seems like it would go on this hand, but there is no peg for it to go in. So it looks like it should be for this one right here, but it just doesn't. There's nothing to hold it, so it's just going to be falling off. And then the sword is actually pretty cool because it comes with a sheath. Put it away. Again, these are taped in here pretty good. There we go. Oops. Interesting. So I guess it's not a sheath for the sword because there's literally nowhere to put that in. It just has a little peg on it for it to go in there right there. And the sword could just go in this hand right there. Sorry. Just goes in like that. But yeah, so I'm not so sure. Maybe, I don't know. Again, like I said, I'm not that big on the show for this, so I'm not so sure if this is just a staff or something else that he holds to fight. There is no like clip or anything on the side for that to hold on to, which would have been kind of cool if it had something like that, so that way he could always have his sword with him. Looking at the packaging, though, I do see that this hand right here should be the one that holds that cube, or I keep saying cube. I don't know. I'm thinking like Transformers Energon Cube, but I know that it has like the little. That's where you should be holding it. But again, there's no. I put it right there. You see, there's no peg or anything on that hand, or no hole. Excuse me, for the peg to fit in there. So again, it just might be the figure that I got sent. But you know, maybe someone when you pick it up in your stores, you might have no issues with that. But again, these are actually pretty cool, and I could just picture myself just displaying them around the house somewhere, or not the house, but like there you go. And again, the articulation on these is pretty cool, and I think that's like the big thing nowadays when you buy a figure. If you take it out the packaging, you want it to have some type of cool articulation, so you can display it, not just have them standing still, with their arms down. I was like, oh, look at my figure. No, you want to have them in some sort of cool pose. Just do like a crane kick here. Just have them doing something instead of just standing still. Because if you're going to have them just standing still, then why take them out the packaging? But yeah, so these are pretty cool. Again, I want to thanks to our friends at Bandai for sending us all these figures and all these toys. These are actually pretty cool. Again, these are available anywhere toys are sold. I think I've seen these. Actually, I think I saw this one at Target the other day in the collector section on the front where they have all the Funko Pop figures and by the video games. That's where I saw these at our local Target. I don't know. Depends on how the other Targets display the figures, but that's where I saw these. The Tippies, again, I think these are always these are at the front, like by the trading cards. That's where these are at. And again, the cool thing is that these are not blind bags, so you could basically see which one you're buying. So if you know which ones you need, you could basically just look for it and search for it and buy that. And then the Charaction Cubes are, again, also out there too. So all of these are pretty cool. Just something to play with, something to have fun with, or just something, to keep your desk looking busy or make your desk look nice while you're at work when we go back to work. for those of us that are still working from home. So again, thank you for our friends at Bandai for sending us these. And we're gonna keep doing more reviews. We're getting some more stuff coming into us. So every time we get them in, we'll find some time. It's a little harder now with school and work to do these. So we'll get these out to you so you can see, and then you can read about them also on the blog. Remember, follow us on Fandads at YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's always Fandads, same thing in all of them. Subscribe, like our page, like our tweets, like our Instagram photos. Just support. Any support will always be greatly appreciated. And then hopefully, we'll see what happens from there. So again, until next time, thank you guys very much. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.